everybody. This is Scott with Believers Underground, and we're going to review some of the federal emergency management agencies' disaster plans. Okay, for all those who love God and have turned their will and life over to the care of God. Okay, because it's no longer your body anymore. Let's see what the government has in store for your body and possessions and everything else. Okay. Now this is the Model State Emergency Health Powers Act, okay, to assist you in your time of need and crisis. Okay, Article 3, Section 301 means they get to give all your doctor's information, and they can monitor the use of prescription drugs and everything else. Here's the interesting though, under Article 6, Section 103, it says vaccinations. Okay, if you don't have your vaccinations, guess what? They get to throw you into an internment camp. Vaccinations may be performed by any qualified person authorized to do so by the public health authority. It is if you don't have your vaccinations, you will be isolated and quarantined under Section 604. Okay? So when they go into their disaster, and this is all according to your USA Patriot Act, and I would suggest you take some time and read that, folks. Let's look at our Federal Emergency Management Agency. For all those who did not turn their will and care to the over to the care of God, then you do this. You turn your life and will and care over to the government, okay, of incorporation. So it's an idol. Right to seize all communications media in the United States. 10997, right to seize all electrical power, fuels and minerals, both public and private. 10999, right to seize all means of transportation, including personal vehicles of any kind, and total control of the highways, seaports, and waterways. Well, thank you, Mr. Government. Thanks for taking my car. Heck, they've already been taking your cars. Executive Order 11,000, right to seize any and all American people. Okay. Oh, you mean you just turned your will and life over to the care of the government? You betcha. Right to seize any and all American people and divide up their families in order to create a workforce to be transferred to any place the government sees fit. Well, how nice of them. And you churches are backing this incorporation, not too much. 11,001, right to seize all health, education, and welfare facilities, both public and private. 11,002, right to force registration of all men. That's right. You're just dogs. Here's your dog tag. Women and children in the United States. So that means even if you're sovereign, man, they're just going to take you. If you're here in the United States, 11,003, right to seize all airspace, airports, and aircraft. 11,004, right to seize all housing and financial authorities in order to establish relocation of designated areas and enforce abandonment of the areas classified unsafe. So, you think you own your house? You think you own your stuff in it? Guess again. 11,005, right to seize all railroads, inland waterways, storage facilities, both public and private. In Executive Order 11,921, authorized plans to establish governmental control over wages and salaries, credit, and the flow of money in the U.S. financial institutions. Okay? Have a good one, guys. You think about two in the field, okay, and one is taken, okay. Taken is reference to, against your will. Just say, oh, I'm lifted up in the spirit and gone up to God. No, it says you're taken, man. That's against your will. Yeah. So you think about this whole Roucher Church stuff, okay. Incorporation. And you're going to go into the year of the cooperative next year. And all these corporative churches, okay, you get this massive event, okay, because we're going to have climate catastrophes like crazy. I mean, it's a gimme. you know, his food price is going to go right to the roof. Peanut butter up 40% today, holy smokes. But, I mean, this is a no-brainer. But you look at it, man, they're going to do that cooperative, the coexist under Mother Gaia, all this garbage, man, it's not your planet, God's planet. And then you got all these corporative churches which are incorporated, they're serving idols, man, it's an idol. You know, a corporation, a newspaper they gave life to. In 1917, it's on the idol, and they put it in their church. Okay, now you think God's happy with that? and then they're going to be flying away, man. They're cherry picking the scriptures. They're cherry picking it, man. And that's dangerous stuff, the hardcore. But you get all these people, they're going like, oh, we're all going to be, you know, we're coming together, and we're climate migrating because of all this catastrophe and stuff, cooperative, okay, and then they're taken right smack to the FEMA camps. Oh, taken! Oh, smack! One in the field, one is taken. Right to FEMA Central.
I believe when Jesus, when he was sold out by Judas,
Yeah.
it states that he was taken by the Roman soldiers.
Yeah.
He was taken.
Taken. Man.
So taken means you're being let off by force.
Sold out, man. Oh, smack. Money changers. That's right. They turned their church into a business. When they incorporated, they became money changers. And you know how Christ talks about the money changers. I'll tell you how I feel about them money changers. They tossed their tables right down myself, turning our Father's house into a den of thieves. Shit. You think he's happy? How do you think God's heart feels about that stuff? You're always into yourselves, man. How does God feel about this stuff? Hey. Whatever, man. But boy, it's getting late to be playing that kind of stuff. Way late. You may not like me for telling you the truth, but you know what? Hey, I'm going to just tell it to you.